The episode begins intriguingly with the appearance of the Curious, a mysterious figure known for collecting stories. The Curious enters a bustling department store, setting the stage for the episode's events. The narrator poses a thought-provoking question to the audience. If children can be categorized as either well-behaved or mischievous, could the same category apply to Santas? This question hints at the central theme of the episode. The scene transitions to an elf-costumed man, cheerfully reminding shoppers to write their Christmas wishes to Santa. He gestures towards a North Pole-themed postbox, encouraging everyone to send their letters through this magical portal. It's a scene filled with the festive spirit and anticipation of the holiday season. Amidst this cheerful setting, a young boy named Lawrence explores the store. His curiosity is abruptly interrupted when he encounters a robotic Santa Claus. The robot's message, intended to be jolly, malfunctions into a menacing warning, repeatedly stating, "I'm watching you." The glitchy voice unnervingly shifts from wishing for children to be good to hoping they're being bad. Lawrence, in an attempt to fix the situation, unknowingly worsens it, causing the robot to become even more frightening. The ensuing chaos alarms the other children in the store, leading to screams and a rapid intervention by the elf-costumed man. Lawrence is promptly escorted to his mother, who is quick to express her concern and apologies for her son's actions. She shares with the elf their current family situation. Granny is in the hospital, adding to their stress during the holiday season. Lawrence, feeling guilty, apologizes to his mother. He admits his tendency to unintentionally cause problems, reflecting his inner turmoil and desire to do better. Seeking to keep Lawrence occupied, his mother entrusts him with an emotionally significant task. She hands him a delicate glass necklace containing the ashes of his late father, a treasured family keepsake that holds immense sentimental value for both her and Granny. She instructs Lawrence to take this precious piece to the store's upper level, where a complimentary Christmas mailing service is available. She asks him to place the necklace in a special box designated for this purpose. The narrative continues within the confines of the store, introducing another young character named Mikey. He seeks out his mother, who is busy at her workplace within the store. Eager to know when she will be done for the day, Mikey approaches her with a hopeful query. His mother reminds him of his plans to stay over at Lawrence's house, a detail he seems to momentarily forget. However, Mikey harbors a different desire. He proposes an alternative plan to stay with his mother, envisioning a cozy evening watching a favorite show together. His suggestion is not just about spending time. It's an attempt to offer companionship to his mother, hinting at a deeper underlying bond between them. His mother gently refuses, emphasizing the importance of Mikey experiencing a normal childhood filled with enjoyment and fun. This conversation reveals a backstory marked by recent adversity. Mikey mentions a previous attempt at fun that went sideways, and his mother acknowledges the challenges they have faced since an unspecified accident. Mikey's mother reassures him, emphasizing their current state of recovery and encouraging him to embrace his youth and independence. She reminds him of her work shift the next day, subtly nudging him towards self-reliance. When Mikey tries to create an excuse about forgetting his key, his mother is one step ahead, offering her own key and explaining how the landlady can assist her, demonstrating her preparedness and care. Meanwhile, Lawrence, tasked with mailing the precious necklace, faces his own set of troubles. Distracted by a text message, he stumbles upon a live feed of himself on a television screen. This unexpected distraction causes him to drop the necklace, which gets swept up with other similar packages by an employee. When Lawrence tries to retrieve it, he finds himself barred from the employee's only mailing room. To compound his difficulties, the elfman who had previously intervened with Lawrence at the store now guards the entrance and is skeptical of Lawrence's claim about the mixed-up gift. Back at the store, the malfunctioning robotic Santa becomes a growing concern. Its stuttering and weird behavior lead the employees to shut it down. Amidst this, the elfman seizes the moment to share a chilling tale with a colleague. He recounts a story from 3 decades prior, involving a similar robot whose metal hands exploded due to a power surge, leaving behind a menacing remnant of splinter-like claws. The elfman continues the harrowing tale about the robotic Santa, explaining that after the severe malfunction, it was rewired, but its hands, transformed into splinter-like claws, were never properly repaired. In an attempt to unveil the truth behind these sinister claws, the Elfman's efforts backfire as the robot unexpectedly malfunctions again, causing him a fright. Elsewhere, Lawrence, grappling with the mishap of the lost gift, returns to his mother. When asked about the delivery of the necklace, he veers from the truth, confidently assuring her that he completed the task. Further questioned about his overnight plans with Mikey, Lawrence continues to weave a web of deception, claiming he will be staying at Mikey's place. After the departure of their parents, Mikey and Lawrence find comfort under a table. Lawrence confides in Mikey about the lost gift and proposes a daring plan to retrieve it after the store empties. Mikey, concerned about the consequences their actions could have on his mother's job, reluctantly agrees to Lawrence's plan, highlighting his internal conflict between loyalty to his friend and fear for his mother's livelihood. Once the store is deserted, a sense of adventurous freedom overtakes Lawrence, who suggests they explore the empty store. Mikey, more cautious and focused on the task at hand, urges Lawrence to concentrate on finding the gift. Lawrence's playful manner quickly sours into frustration with Mikey's practical approach. Eventually, Lawrence locates the present, but their plan to quietly exit is crashed by the unexpected reactivation of the robotic Santa. In a terrifying twist, the robot, still connected to a power source, begins to chase them. The boy's initial relief, seeing that the robot is tethered by a power cable, evaporates when the robot detaches itself and continues its pursuit. Panicked, they scramble to the elevator, seeking escape. The elevator ride down to the first floor is filled with tension. Lawrence, still processing their harrowing escape, speculates that the robot might have mistaken him for a thief. Mikey, trying to rationalize the situation, dismisses the robot as nothing more than a malfunctioning dancing Santa. The tension escalates as Lawrence and Mikey confront the mysterious robotic Santa. Lawrence is strong in his belief that the robot is autonomously alive and not dependent on external power. Mikey, ever pragmatic, suggests they should return the present to pacify the robot. However, Lawrence refuses, explaining the deep emotional significance of the gift, which contains his grandfather's ashes. As they debate, the elevator reaches its destination, and the doors slide open, revealing the robotic Santa once again. This unexpected encounter sends the boys into a frantic search for a hiding place. Mikey, trying to rationalize their situation, speculates that they might be unknowing participants in an elaborate online prank. However, Lawrence, feeling personally targeted by the robot, disputes this theory, pointing out that the destruction of the cameras in the store doesn't fit the pattern of a simple prank. In a sudden twist, the robot Santa vanishes from sight, leaving the boys puzzled and anxious about its whereabouts. Lawrence, sensing its lurking presence, hypothesizes that the robot can detect them somehow. As they attempt to escape, Lawrence becomes entangled in dimly lit wires, adding to the chaos. Mikey, increasingly worried about their safety, urges Lawrence to give up the treasured gift. Yet, Lawrence remains steadfast, unwilling to cause his mother the pain of losing such a precious reminder of his grandfather. Mikey's deep question, whether Lawrence would risk his life over the gift, forces Lawrence to reconsider. In a desperate move, he throws the present to the robot, hoping to divert its attention. Surprisingly, the robot shifts its focus to Mikey, revealing its true target. Realizing the danger to his friend, Lawrence bravely confronts the robot, wielding a large decorative candy cane as a weapon. His swift action knocks the robot to the ground, providing them a momentary break. As they continue their escape, they discover the robot motionless, a moment that Lawrence lightheartedly claims as a heroic act, suggesting that Mikey now owes him a life debt. The relief is short-lived as Lawrence suddenly remembers the gift left upstairs. As they contemplate retrieving it, the robot unexpectedly reanimates, its face missing, intensifying their fear. The boys, propelled by fear and urgency, hurriedly retreat from the relentless robot. In a moment of clarity, they deduce that the robot's behavior is inverse to that of a typical Santa. It targets nice children like Mikey, rather than the naughty ones like Lawrence. This realization leads them to devise a daring strategy, using Mikey as bait to trap the malevolent robotic Santa. This plan highlights the boys' quick thinking and resourcefulness in the face of an unpredictable and terrifying adversary. The boys' confrontation with the robotic Santa reaches a critical point. Having trapped the robot, they are momentarily relieved until it reveals its menacing, splintered claws. In a terrifying display of strength, the robot breaks free, forcing Lawrence and Mikey to flee towards the front door, which they find locked. The intensity of the situation escalates as the robot, with its creepy claws, gains on them. Lawrence, driven by desperation, makes a dash upstairs, but Mikey, hindered by a disability in his leg, struggles to follow. Cornered and fearful, Mikey listens to Lawrence's advice to do something bad to deter the robot. In a moment of daring, Mikey topples a Christmas tree, which, to their surprise, causes the robot to cease its pursuit. This scene underscores the eerie nature of the robotic Santa, which, contrary to its traditional role, responds to misbehavior rather than good conduct. As the boys catch their breath, Lawrence is awestruck by the surreal turn of events. Mikey, however, is burdened with guilt, worried about the consequences of their actions on his mother's job. Lawrence, in an attempt to ease Mikey's worries, assures him that he'll find a solution. This prompts a heated response from Mikey, who criticizes Lawrence for his repetitive apologies and hollow promises, revealing a deeper frustration. In a moment of realization, Lawrence notices Mikey's mother's key card among his belongings. Their attention is then drawn to a pile of spilled letters written to Santa. Lawrence, reading them aloud, stumbles upon Mikey's letter, which expresses his desire not to be a burden to his mother due to his disability. Moved by Mikey's confession, Lawrence reassures him that he is not a burden, emphasizing his perfection just as he is. This touching moment is abruptly interrupted as the reactivated Santa Claus resumes its chase. Mikey takes the lead, guiding Lawrence towards a rear exit. He cautions that once they leave, re-entry into the store will be impossible. Despite the warning, Lawrence hesitates, compelled by his determination to retrieve the sentimental gift. Holding the door open with a chair, Lawrence makes the bold decision to return to the store. Mikey, worried for his friend, protests, but Lawrence reassures him, stating that as the naughty child, he won't be targeted by the robot. This scene highlights the bravery and resolve of both boys, each driven by their own motivations and fears as they navigate this harrowing adventure. In this climactic part of the episode, the tension between Lawrence and the robotic Santa, Santa Claus, reaches its peak. Lawrence, witnessing Santa Claus making its way towards Mikey, attempts to intervene. However, when he realizes he can't stop it, he makes a selfless decision. In an act of sacrifice, Lawrence closes the only exit, effectively trapping himself inside with Santa Claus, allowing Mikey to leave safely. After escaping, Mikey calls Lawrence, inquiring about his safety. Lawrence, concealing his dangerous situation, assures Mikey that he has left the store and will soon catch up. This noble lie, intended to protect Mikey, ironically causes Santa Claus to perceive Lawrence as a nice child, prompting it to attack him. In a desperate bid for escape, Lawrence finds himself cornered in a window display. As Santa Claus closes in on him, the robot suddenly stops. Lawrence initially believes Santa Claus has run out of power, but to his surprise, Mikey appears. Mikey had sensed that Lawrence was lying about his escape and chose to stay behind. Demonstrating quick thinking, Mikey suggests that they can evade Santa Claus by acting as naughty children, simply taking the present and leaving, rather than trying to rescue other children targeted by Santa Claus. Mikey even offers the keycard for the store to Santa Claus as part of their plan. Lawrence, caught off guard by Mikey's proposal, hesitates to respond. Santa Claus, impatient for an answer, intensifies the pressure. The scene then cuts to a chilling moment where Santa Claus is seen breaking into the home of a girl identified as a nice child, menacingly advancing with its splintered claws. The episode then shifts to the curious, the mysterious story collector, arriving at the girl's house. They discover a splintered claw from the robot Santa's hand, adding a final creepy touch to the episode. The conclusion features the narrator reflecting on the nature of naughtiness and niceness in children, questioning whether these are rigid categories or fluid behaviors that can change depending on circumstances. This ending serves as a reminder of the complexity of human behavior, suggesting that everyone possesses the capacity to exhibit both naughty and nice actions, challenging the traditional use of these terms. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.